Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Golokananda, Radha Golokananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan, Jaya Giri Govardhan. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vyasam Tato Jayamudire. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, chapter number 7070, text number 37. I think it's on the previous one. Shri Narada Vacha Drishta Maya Te Bahusho Duratyaya Maya Vibho Vishvashrijascha Mayina Bhutesha Bhumam Charata Swasakti Bhi Vaner iva channa rucho name bhutvam. Shri Narada uvacha drishta maya te bahusho duratyaya maya vibho vishvashrijascha mayinaha Bhutesh bhumam charata swashakti bhi Vaner iva channa rucho namedbhutam. Drishta maya te bahusho duratyaya namedbhutam. Shri Narada Vacha Shri Narada Vacha Shri Narada said, Drishta, seen, Maya, by me, Te, your, Bahushaha, many times, Duratyaya, insurmountable, Maya, power of illusion, Vibho, O Almighty One, Vishwa of the universe, Srijaha of the Creator Lord Brahma, Cha and Mainaha of the bewilderer, Bhuteshu among the created beings, Bhuman, O all encompassing one, Charataha of you who move, Swa your own, Shakti Bihi by energies, Vane of fire, Eva as, Channa covered, Ruchaha whose light, Na not, Me for me, Adbhutam amazing. Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Narada said, I have seen many times the insurmountable power of your Maya, O Almighty One, by which you bewilder even the creator of the universe, Brahma. O all-encompassing Lord, it does not surprise me that you disguise yourself by your own energies while moving among the created beings, as a fire covers its own light with smoke. Sri Narada said, please repeat. I have seen many times the insurmountable power of your Maya, O Almighty One, by which you bewilder even the creator of the universe, Brahma. O all-encompassing Lord, it does not surprise me that you disguise yourself by your own energies while moving among the created beings, as a fire covers its own light with smoke. Purport. When Lord Krishna questioned Narad Muni about the intentions of the Pandavas, the sage replied that the Lord is himself all-powerful and all-knowing, even to the extent that he can bewilder the creator of the universe, Brahma. Narad understood that Lord Krishna desired to kill Jarasan and was thus beginning to arrange for this pastime by inquiring from Narada about the Pandavas' intentions. Understanding the Lord's own intention, Narada was not astonished when Lord Krishna humbly requested information from him. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. By your own Maya you bewilder the three worlds. Therefore it is astonishing that you are asking about the fearlessness of the people there. But for one playing the role of an ordinary human, it's not astonishing. This is the idea expressed in this verse. I have seen many times the insurmountable Maya of you who are the bewilderer, Mayinaha, of even Brahma, Vishwasrijaha, of you who are present, Charata, within all beings through your energies such as Maya, along with your form as Paramatma, O all-pervading Bhuman. But you cover up your omniscience as speaker because of your own desires in performing pastimes as a human. Therefore, it is not surprising for me that you ask such a question. And Jiva Goswami says, Narada does not answer the proposition of the Lord that Narada has made the three worlds fearless, and in response to the Lord's statement that Narada sees everything, he accepts that he has seen everything represented by the Shaktis of the Lord. I have seen the effects of Maya, the various universes, the creators within them, such as Brahma and Vishnu, and the possessors of the Maya Shakti, Mayinaha. It does not surprise me that you wander among the living beings hidden with all-pervading fire, by your Shaktis or your Shakti filled with Bhakti. And then he quotes one verse from the first canto, 5th chapter, text 7. You wander like the sun throughout the three worlds, seeing everything, and wander like the life air throughout the body as the witness of everyone's intelligence. Hare Krishna. Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So before I share some thoughts on this verse, I will seek the blessings of all the Vaishnavas. Kindly bless me that we can discuss few points on this verse. So it's very interesting in this section how we're seeing that how Krishna, we saw already how the messenger of the kings, he has come and conveyed the message of the kings and the prayers of the kings to Krishna, and Krishna is already thinking, okay, Jarasandha has captured all these kings, so my duty is to kill Jarasandha. And at the same time, we see Narad Muni approach, and then Narad Muni, as soon as he comes, the verse clearly says that Krishna, who is the master, who is the worshipper of Brahma and Shiva, that personality Krishna, what does he do? He joyfully stands up, he actually receives Narad Muni, he offers obeisances to Narad Muni, he honors him, and then he speaks 2 verses, which is the previous 2 verses. And basically, what did Krishna tell Narada? He said, "Oh Narada, 3 worlds attain freedom from all fear because you travel everywhere." Right? And then he actually says in the previous verse that nothing is unknown to you within all the 3 worlds. Right? Therefore, he asks, you know everything. Therefore, tell me the intentions of the Pandavas. Right? So that's the background up to this verse, and we see how Narada is responding to that. One way, like, we see this theme again and again, that how, like Narad Muni has come and Krishna is actually offering worship to Narad Muni. And now Narad Muni, being a pure devotee, how does he receive the worship? I mean, like, how is he receiving worship from Krishna, who is his most worshipable Lord? Right? And we see that, Krishna does, when he comes here, he shows his pastime, he does things to actually set the right example. So that in the 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna actually says, if I do not follow the principles of Dharma, then the whole world would be put into ruination. So Krishna comes, he's showing the right example, that this is how we honor sages. And Narad Muni, understanding that mood of Krishna, that Krishna is setting the right example, he accepts the worship, he accepts the glorification. So that's one part of Krishna. Now, the other part here is, okay, Krishna has glorified Narada, and one way Narada could also say that, yes, this glorification, actually, whatever Krishna is saying, it is actually by the mercy of Krishna. I have certain, whatever potencies I have, it's only by the mercy of Krishna. But Krishna is doing that, again, to set a right example of how sages should be glorified in this world. Right? Now, what is this verse is Narad Muni's response to Krishna's worship, and then Krishna's 2 verses. Now, in this verse, Maharaj, could we go back to the Sanskrit? So if you see the first 2 lines of this verse, it's very interesting that Narada says, Drishta. Drishta means I am seeing Maya. I am seeing your Maya. And then he says Bahusho. Bahusho means many times I have seen your Maya. And how is that Maya? Duratya. Right? Devyesha Gunamai, Mama Maya, Duratya. Right? 7:14 says. Krishna says, my Maya is very difficult to, insurmountable, Krishna says. Now here, Narad Muni is saying, I have seen your Maya many times. And it is insurmountable. Right? Up to the extent that even the Vishwa Shrijas, the creator of the universe, is actually bewildered by your Maya. Right? So that's the first 2 lines. So let's discuss something on the first 2 lines. And Acharyas make the point that why is Narada actually saying this? And the point is, Krishna has said that, oh Narada, you have seen everything. But Narada is saying, like, I have not seen everything, but I have seen how your energies act in this world. Right? So today is like the theme of discussion I want to have for the class today is in one purport of in Bhagavatam, Prabhupada says that how the personality of Godhead must be understood along with his energies. Otherwise, one cannot understand how the Lord is transcendental and all-pervading. Right? So we have to understand Krishna along with the energies. And this is our philosophy. It's always like energetic and the energies. Right? That's our philosophy. And Prabhupada is clearly making the point in this purport that we should understand, if we really want to understand the Lord, we must understand Him along with His energies. Right? So that's what we are going to see in this verse. So Narada actually, he's starting off by saying that I have seen Maya. Now, one way I was thinking that he says, I have seen Maya many times. Right? I have seen Maya many times. I was thinking like, where has Narad Muni actually seen? I mean, one way, I was thinking of like Narada's personal experience with being bewildered with Maya. Right? So one story that came to my mind is in the 7th canto of Bhagavatam, when Narad Muni actually says that how he was a Gandharva, right? By name Upabharana, right? He was a Gandharva by name Upabharana. And he was very beautiful, very handsome, and like all the, it's described, Bhagavatam describes that the girls were attracted to his beauty. And because he was so attractive and he used to sing so nicely, he also was very proud, and also Bhagavatam says he was very lusty because all these girls were attracted to him. And this is, as a Gandharva. And then it's described that once there was this assembly of all the Prajapatis, and they all actually called, I think Bhagavatam says, like a Sankirtan meeting, right? They all came that, okay, we'll come and we'll glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in that assembly, when Narada was, as a Gandharva, he was invited. So when he came as a Gandharva, then because he was lusty, he was attracted to all the girls, he actually started singing some mundane, like Bollywood music or something like some kind of just, not glorification of the Lord, but some kind of just, romantic songs or something like that. And when all the assembly saw this Gandharva glorifying, just like, talking of this romantic songs or something like that, then they cursed him. You take birth as a Shudra, right? As the son of a Shudra. And that actually brings us to the 1st canto story, where he actually took birth as the son of a maidservant. And then the story continues. But this is one place where Narad Muni himself, because he is in the 7th canto, he is telling Yudhishthira Maharaj that this was my position, how I got bewildered. Right? So this is one case where Narad Muni himself is personally experiencing the power of Maya. There's one more story of Narad Muni. Prabhupada actually, I heard him refer in his class, where he talks about that once Narada went to Vishnu, and he had this subtle thought that he was thinking that, I am not bewildered by Krishna's Maya. I am strong enough, like I can overcome Krishna's Maya. And he just thought in this way. And then Vishnu actually Narada was insisting that, no, I think I can overcome your Maya. And then Vishnu just told Narada, oh Narada, can you fetch me some water? Right? And then as soon as Narada said, okay, he stepped away to get water for Vishnu. And as soon as he stepped away, he found himself in a beautiful palace and as a handsome prince with a beautiful wife and all these children and big palace, opulence, everything. And Narada was all of a sudden like, he was in that world. And in that world, he was like, oh, my family, my children, my opulence. And then it is described that, he was there for some time. And then there was a famine. And because of famine, like everything was taken away. His family was killed. And then everything, he lost everything. And then when he lost everything, then he was crying, oh, what should I do? Everything, my family is gone and I have lost everything. My whole life is wasted. I am so helpless. Like, he was in that state. And then when he was crying and lamenting in that state, then immediately Vishnu comes and says, where is my water? And then Narada realizes that the whole thing was actually Vishnu's orchestration, so that Narada could actually see that how Maya is so strong that no one can actually overcome Maya. And here he's actually, so when Narada says, many times I have seen Maya, so he's seen by his own personal experience. He's seen in the story of the Gandharva and then the story of this. This is not in Bhagavatam, but Prabhupada actually quotes this, like in lectures you can hear, like Prabhupada says, Narada got married and briefly mentions that. I think it's from Mahabharata, or, we can look that up, what Shastra is from. So, the point is like Narada, he personally has experienced Maya. And then second point here he's saying that your Maya is so strong that even the Visvasrija, Brahma is bewildered. And that really that brings us to the point of Brahma Vimohan Leela, right? In the Brahma Vimohan Leela, how Brahma actually saw Krishna kill Aghasur, the great demon, right? And he saw Krishna kill Aghasur and he was like, wow, so opulent. But then after that, after killing of Aghasur, then he saw how Krishna, with all the cowherd boys, they are sitting on the banks of the Yamuna, and then they are just like, the cowherd boys are eating something and saying, oh, Krishna, this tastes very nice, please take. And Krishna was taking their remnants one way. And now Brahma is seeing all this and he's like, he just killed Aghasur. Is this really my Lord? Is this really Narayan? And then he saw Krishna, he was actually eating he had food in his left hand. And according to Vedic culture, you don't touch your food with the left hand. He was eating with his left hand and he had like curd rice and then some cut fruit on his left hand and he was eating. And Brahma was totally bewildered. Narayan, who is the originator of all the Vedas, right? Vedasa sarva aham eva Vedya. He used to be known from all the Vedas. He is actually eating like food with left hand and like eating the remnants and like, what is this? Is this really my Lord? And Brahma said, okay, let me test him. Right? Let me test him. And then we know the story that how, they were all having this nice lunch and all of a sudden the calves, they wandered in the forest and the cowherd boys were like, oh, we were so absorbed in eating, we forgot the cow. Krishna said, don't worry, I'll go and see. And then Krishna goes and then all the calves are not there. And then he comes back and all the cowherd boys are not there. He's like, okay, this is Brahma's trick. You understand, right? And then Krishna expanded himself into all the cowherd boys, all the calves. Right? And this is also one way Krishna's plan because he wanted to reciprocate personally with the love of all the Vrajvasis. And then after 1 year, after few moments of Brahma, which was actually 1 year here, then Brahma comes back and he sees all the calves are there, all the cowherd boys are there, and he's totally bewildered. So initially he was bewildered, thinking that, is this my Narayan? Right? Because if you go back in the starting of 10th canto, it was Brahma who actually invited. He said, oh Narayan, please appear. There's so much sin on this earth. A sinful activity is going on. He is the one who invited. He's seeing the activities of Krishna. And now all of a sudden, just by the activities, he got bewildered. Now after the pastime, then again, now he's like, where are all these cowherd boys? I just put them to sleep. I have hid them somewhere. How come they are all here? And then he's bewildered, he's totally bewildered. And then he goes and sees that, oh yeah, they're there and they're also here. And then he's like totally confused. And then there's a sloka in the Bhagavatam in that section. It says, Evam sammohayan vishnum vimoham vishva mohanam swa eva maya yajyopi swayam eva vimohita. It's a very nice verse. Evam sammohayam. Right? So in this way, sammohayam Vishnu. He wanted to bewilder Vishnu. He wanted to mystify Vishnu. Vimoham Vishwa, who can never be mystified, right? But Vishwa Mohanam, he is the one who mystifies everyone in this world, right? Brahma wanted to bewilder someone who is the cause of bewilderation for the whole universe. And Swa Eva Mayayo, this is, okay, Swa Aya, by his own mystic potency, Aja, Brahma, he wanted to bewilder Maya, but he himself got bewildered. Right? This is how Krishna's Maya Shakti is so powerful that even Brahma got bewildered. And the translation is thus because Lord Brahma wanted to mystify the all-pervading Lord Krishna, who can never be mystified, but who, on the contrary, mystifies the entire universe. He himself was put into bewilderment by his own mystic power. Right? This is from 10th canto, 13th chapter, text 44, towards the end of that chapter. Right? So coming back to the first 2 points. So Narad Muni is saying that I have seen your Maya many times, right? And also like one way he's talked about like his own experience, but he's talked about how Brahma is bewildered. But, has Narada seen the activities of Maya? Yes, I mean, every story where we see Narad Muni, right, we can see that, oh, Narada is seeing like, we see in Bhagavatam like Chitraketu's attachment to his son. Narad Muni is there, he's seeing that whole, how living entities are bewildered by Maya. Then, another story that came to my mind, the sons of Kuvera. He saw Manigriva and Nalkuver, how who were like so much bewildered by Maya. So every episode where Narad Muni is there, he's giving mercy, he's, blessing people with Bhakti Shakti. he's seeing the effect of Maya, right? So he's saying that I've seen this many times, right? Now, and also like, Mrigrari the hunter or Prachini Bharhi in the 4th canto, the king of Prachini Bharisat, right? That king, right? So the Prachetas were already like doing their meditation. It's like, this king is still in Maya. I have to go and bless him, right? So again and again, Narad Muni is saying, I have seen Maya, right? Now, further in this verse, he says, Bhuteshu bhumam charata swashakti. But yet, your Maya, your energy, your Shakti is so powerful that it bewilders everyone, yet you actually, or you are present, or you wander among other living entities covered by your own Shakti. Swa Shakti, by your own Shakti, you're covering yourself, you're disguising yourself as a human being. And in that, you're actually asking me a question, though you are the omniscient Lord. So one way Narad Muni is astonished. Why is he astonished? Because the all-knowing, the supreme personality of God, the Maya Shakti bewilders Brahmaji, he is asking me a question. I mean, that is really astonishing. He knows everything. Right? He is omniscient. So he is astonished, but at the same time, he is not astonished because he knows that Krishna, out of his own desire, is being covered by his Shakti. And Jiva Goswami actually says there is this avidya Shakti. So Krishna chooses to be covered by that avidya Shakti. And here is Krishna just acting that, oh, let me ask about Pandavas so that this pastime takes place. No. He is actually covered by his own Shakti so that he could actually have this, oh, Narada, please tell me about Pandavas. And why is this? Why is he asking the question? Well, it's his whole plan that he knows Jarasan has to be killed, and then that is connected to Pandavas because Pandavas are doing the Ratsya Yagya, and for that they need Jarasan. Jarasan has to be killed for a successful Ratsya Yagya. So both of these are actually will go together. Like by killing Jarasan, both this. So that's his intention. But it is not Krishna himself who actually has this whole plan. It is the Shakti of Krishna. Krishna's own energies are orchestrating everything in such a way that Krishna's own desire to enjoy, to experience rasa is actually fulfilled. Right? So, practically for us, I was thinking, I mentioned that the theme of the class is like we must understand Krishna along with his energies. So, one way, like I was thinking for us practically, we read again and again in Bhagavatam how like Brahma is bewildered by Maya, like we also read about the Vak episode, right, in the 3rd canto. So we see the bewilderment, and even Lord Shiva, like in the Mohini Murti form, we see again and again. And then compared to all these great personalities like Brahma and demigods like Indra, what is our position? We are so insignificant. If Maya can bewilder such great personalities, what is our position? So it is nice to know how Maya is so powerful. That is understanding the energy of the Lord, so that we always stay humble. If you feel that, oh yes, I know, I'm doing bhakti properly, I'm chanting every day, and sometimes like we have a regular schedule, we may come into that, we may fall into that danger where we feel like, oh yes, everything's good. Right? But having that humble mood by just thinking, oh, Krishna's Maya is so powerful. Right? I mean, there's one statement that we hear again and again that, many Prabhupada disciples make this, that Prabhupada said, the problem with all of you is you're not sufficiently fearful of Maya. Yeah? Afraid of Maya. Yeah, you're not sufficiently afraid of Maya. So understanding that how Maya is so powerful and always like, yes, we are everywhere. We could be in the association of devotees. We are right here, but still our mind could just take us somewhere and like, oh yeah, after this I'll go and I'll enjoy this. And then immediately we see, oh, Maya is actually pulling us here, right? So, I mean, Maya is so, so powerful. So, having always been conscious of the power of Maya and being careful in that way, right? So, that was the first point I was thinking. And, yeah. So that's one aspect, right? The point that's coming to my mind is okay, so we can see this on two levels. One is Maya bewildering other living entities. Like we see like so much happening in the world, like people are doing so many horrible things. Like these days we keep reading the news that this is happening, that's happening. And we can see, oh, this is Maya's effect on everyone. Right? Now personally for us, we can be conscious of Maya's influence by being a witness. By being a witness that we are, taking a step back. Like when we feel, okay, everything is going well, we are chanting and all of a sudden our mind is bewildered or we feel attracted to, we can feel Maya, pulling us somewhere. So first is, we have to always take shelter of the holy name. Nama Ashray. Bhakti Vinod Thakur is actually saying, Nama Ashray Kore. So you have to take shelter of the holy name. Hare Krishna, oh Krishna, please save me, right? So as soon as we feel pulled away from our, away towards Maya, we take shelter of the holy name. That's first thing. And then we become like a witness. We see, oh, this is how Maya is pulling me away from Krishna consciousness. Just seeing that influence of Maya acting upon us. So taking shelter of the holy name, and then, holy name, the devotees, Guru, take shelter. And then we also be a witness. Oh, this is how Maya is trying to pull me away. So playing that, being that role of a witness to Maya's energy. So that's one aspect, right? So we are discussing how we need to understand Krishna's energy to actually understand Krishna. So that's the aspect of Maya. And then the other aspect one can say, if you talk of energies of the Lord, that also includes all living entities. So seeing everyone in connection with Krishna, that's also an aspect of understanding Krishna's energy. Seeing this entire material nature connected to Krishna, that's also an aspect of seeing Krishna's energy. So seeing everything in relationship to Krishna is also an aspect of understanding Krishna's energies. Right? Now let's take it to the part of where Narada is actually seeing Krishna's own energies. Here it says Swashakti. So one is the Maya aspect, the other is Krishna's own Yoga Maya aspect. Right? And then if you see in the 10th canto, recently we're reading in the Putana pastime, that's like the first demon that we read in Bhagavatam, 10th canto, we see again and again Acharya in that section, they talk of the Leela Shakti of the Lord. Like when Putana disguised herself as a beautiful woman, how come all the Vrajvasis were like, oh, she must be Lakshmi ji. How were they attracted? They are not bewildered by Maya. They cannot be bewildered by Krishna's external Maya. So our acharyas again and again say, this is only the Leela Shakti of the Lord that bewildered the Vrajvasis to actually see Putana as, or maybe someone from the higher heavenly planets or Lakshmi ji. So there they say, oh, Leela Shakti acting. Right? Leela Shakti is acting. And then further, in that pastime, they actually say, when Putana takes Krishna on her lap, right? Then Krishna actually looks at Putana and then he closes his eyes, and the acharyas again and again comment on why Krishna closed his eyes. One point that's repeatedly said, like he didn't want to start killing the demons by killing a woman who was come in the form of her mother, so he closed his eyes. But at that moment, it was Krishna's Samharana Shakti, his Shakti of destruction, said like, okay, I need to kill her. She's a demon. She needs to be killed. So it was Krishna's energy that was acting. What was Krishna thinking? Krishna personally is like, oh, she came as a mother. Oh, so kind. Let me give her a position in the spiritual world. But all the energies of Krishna. So in that pastime, if you read Acharya's commentary, again and again they point out that how the energies of the Lord act so perfectly to facilitate every pastime. So here also we see, how come Krishna is asking about Pandavas at this moment? Well, it is all Krishna's energies which are facilitating all the pastimes for Krishna so perfectly. So understanding how, in these pastimes, how Krishna's energies is orchestrating the pastimes so perfectly. Right? So again, going back, like understanding the energies of Krishna and understanding Krishna. Like both of them we have to understand together to actually understand Krishna's transcendental nature. Right? Okay, let me see if there's any other point I want to make. Yeah, here another point, it says Channa. Channa means covered. Right? We always, whenever we think of Channa, we say Channa avatar as Mahaprabhu. Right? So there also he came covered in one way. So here he's covering himself by this human-like form. Right? So that's the point. And then the Adbhutam. So yes, he is astonished, but at the same time, he's not astonished. Okay. Okay. So I'll stop here. Any comments? Yes, Maharaj.
There's one interesting story about Nardi and bewildered from the Ramayana, where he falls in love with this girl Damayanti. I don't know if you remember that story.
No, Maharaj.
Well, the same thing. He wants to know. He thinks he's immune from Maya, which is illusory energy. So he falls in love with this girl Damayanti, princess, and then he asks Krishna, give me a face that nobody will forget. You may remember the story now. He said, give me a face that nobody will forget. And then she has her Swayamvara, and he has a monkey face. Do you remember the story now?
I remember you telling me the story.
Yeah, so it's from the Ramayana. So it's really interesting. So he has a monkey face, and he's not aware of it. And so he's sitting there at the Swayamvara, and Damayanti's going out looking for her husband, who's going to be her husband, and she passes by him, and she just starts laughing. And he said, what's happening here? Then later on he looks at himself in a mirror and finds out that Vishnu gave him a monkey face. And so he curses Vishnu to take help of a monkey in his next incarnation. Anyway, it's an interesting story.
Very interesting. Yes, sir.
So you were talking about becoming a witness, which is the active principle for understanding, or coming closer to understanding this, the nature of Krishna and Maya, and what goes after if we become witnesses, that Maya is actually courting us, so to speak. What comes after as far as what is our response?
What is our response after we see Maya acting as a witness? Is that your question?
We are the witness.
Yeah, we are the witness.
Start to
Yeah,
recognize
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So at that point, how do we proceed?
Yeah. So Mother Rudran is asking, like, when we start seeing Maya's energy acting as a witness, how do we proceed? Right? I mean, I feel like one way, as we are becoming more expert as being a witness of Maya's energy, the more we can actually see things in the right perspective. So next time when we are attacked by Maya, we oh yeah, this is Maya. She has done this before to me. We become more and more expert at progressing on the path of bhakti, because we are seeing how Maya is bewildering us, and also maybe we also, when we experience how Maya is acting in our life, maybe we can also at that, maybe at a particular stage help others, going through similar, I have seen Maya acting like that, and then we can help others. So that was what it is.
However, Krishna guides us to think that we're witnessing something, and he still wants to bewilder us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So yeah, and then we can become proud that I'm the witness now, and then again bewildered by Maya. Yes. So I think staying humble, realizing the power of Maya, that's the whole thing. Thank you. Thank you. Chant Hare Krishna Lord. Take Nama Ashray, take shelter of the Holy One. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
There's never any point you can step back and say, "Oh, I got it."
Yeah. Yes.
As soon as you do that, it's just, "Oh yeah."
That's it. That's it. You're already inside.
Shiva, with Mohini Murthy.
Yeah.
I've got it.
Very nice, rich class. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Radha Golokananda.
Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Tandar ako di kamania Iskesa soba
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindam Hari Purusham Namaham Bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham Namaham Bhajami Angani Yasa Sakalen Priya Priti Manti Pasyanti Panti Kayanti Chiram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindam Hari Purusham Namaham Bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham Namaham Bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham Namaham Bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham
Tamaham Bhajami. Nitai Padakamala Oti Chandra Susitala Ye Jaya Jagajura Nitai Padakamala Oti Chandra Susitala Ye Jaya Jagajura Hey, don't it take me by Radha Krishna Paite Night Trina Kore Daroni Tai Bai Hey, don't it take me by Radha Krishna Paite Night Drinakore Daroni Tai Bai Say Sambana Nakhiyar Rita Janma Tar Say Pachuba Chara Say Samana Nahi Cha Rita Janma Ta Say Pachuba Chara Nitaina Bulilo Muke Majilo Samsara Suke Vidyakule Kior Vedara Nitaina Bulilo Muke Majilo Samsara Suke Vidyakule Kikore Petara Hangaramata Oea Nitai Bada Pasarea Atsachere Sacha kore mane ahankara mata hoya nitai pada pasareya Atsachire sacha kore mane Nitya kuruna hoy be Raja Radha Krishna hoy be Daro nitya charana tukane Jaya Karuna Hoy Jai Radha Krishna Hoy Bay Daroni Jai Radha Tukane Nitya Churana Satya Tara Sevaka Nitya Nitya para sura koro asya Nitya churana satya Narottama Poro Toke Nitai Morai Korosuke Rakuranga Charanera Pacha Narottama Narotoke Nitai Padkamala Koti Chandra Shose Tala Yechaya Jakachura Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hey, na 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 Hey, Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravitacharya. Also tells Shiva is divine knowledge. Pavaya Charana Bhaktivedanta Goswami Shila Prabhupada. ISKCON founder Acharya Prabhupada. Vaishnava Shiva Sari Gaur Bhakta Vrindikijaya Shri Shri Radha Krishna Govinda Sai Makunda Radhakunda Giri Govardhan Jai Jai Jai
In this material world, which is progressing toward hell, there is always a blazing fire, right? And everyone is struggling hard without finding peace. Therefore, if the world wants to have real peace, it should take shelter under the lotus feet of the Lord Nityananda, which are cooling like the shining of millions of moons. Unless one takes shelter under the shade of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, it will be very difficult to approach Radha Krishna. Anyone who does not establish their relationship with Lord Nityananda is simply spoiling their boon of a human birth in the animal propensities of sense gratification. Never saying the names of Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya, they become absorbed in so-called material happiness, and their academic education and birth in a high family or great nation will not protect them at the time of death. They become maddened by a false conception of bodily life, and thus they have forgotten their eternal relationship with Lord Nityananda. Such forgetful persons accept the illusory energy as factual. When you achieve the mercy of Lord Nityananda, then you will be able to approach Radha Krishna. Firmly catch hold of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. The lotus feet of Lord Nityananda are not illusion, they are a fact. And anyone who engages in the transcendental loving service of Lord Nityananda immediately achieves their transcendental position on the spiritual platform, which is eternal and blissful. Therefore, always try to catch the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Narottam Das Thakur says, "My dear Lord Nityananda, I am very unhappy, so I am praying to you to make me happy. Please keep me in a corner of your lotus feet." Chaitodarpanam arjanam bhavamahadavagni nirvapanam Shreya Kairavya Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipanam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Paramijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Hatrapita, beautiful as ever. Etadrishita Vakripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva Midrishami Hajjani Nanuraga Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishuna Amani Namana Dena Kirtaniya Sadahari Nadanam Najanam Nasundarim Kavitam Vajagadisha Kamaye Mama Janmani Janmani Ishvare Bhavatad Bhakti Rahoita Ki Twai Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Budau Kripayata Vapada Pankaja Stita Duli Sajashim Vachintaya Nayanam Gilarju Daraya Varanam Gad Garudaya Gira Pulakarnishitam Vapukada Tavanamagrahane Bhavishyati Yugayatam. Thank you. Akshutavaishayatam Shunayatam Jagat Sarvam Govindam Virahename Ashlishyava Padamritam Adarshanam Marmahatakarotuva Yatatava Viradatulam Padomat Prananatastu Evanapara. Victory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. O my Lord, congregational chanting of your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus hundreds and millions